So guy, the one person, okay, Gayatri, yeah, Gayatri, you can start. So one person asked about the dream. In dream, the person had a Shivalinga, and Shivalinga oil was being applied. Right? We have seen Shivalinga water being poured or Panchamrita being poured. In that person's dream, oil is being applied to Shivalinga. So that person asked me, what exactly I have to understand? So is this dream telling me I have to go and do oil abhishek to Shivalinga in temple? Okay. See, a dream is a communication with subconscious mind to conscious mind. Subconscious mind communicates to the conscious mind through images. The language of subconscious mind, images. Language of conscious mind is what we verbalize, thoughts. Subconscious mind can communicate only through images. So subconscious mind is trying to communicate to you in the form of images, a Shivalinga and apply to oil. Now, how you can interpret? Depending on your evolution level, you can interpret in different ways. One person will think, oh, Shivalinga, I have to apply oil. He'll go and do oil abhisheka to Shivalinga in some temple, if they allow. So then I told the person, this image which is subconscious mind is communicating has a deeper connotation. It's a spiritual significance. Spiritual significance, Shivalinga means, Shiva means Atma. Okay. So Jiva has to realize as Shiva. For that, you have to apply oil. Oil in the spiritual sense, spiritual message of oil is detachment. Right? Why? Because if I have to take out what you call as jackfruit, I have to apply oil. Then jackfruit will not, the gum will not stick to me. So oil has a connotation of detachment. So by detachment, Shivalinga has to be worshipped. That means you have to develop detachment in life. So you are required to develop detachment in life. You have attachment in life. So you have to detach. This is the spiritual significance of the dream. Okay. Now, if you don't understand spiritual, you'll do a common meaning. You'll go and pour oil onto Shivalinga. So now, the moment I bring spiritual signification, there is a dimension of subconscious and superconscious. Superconsciousness, what is superconsciousness? Whatever takes us to God or self-realization is called superconscious. So if you take oil as ordinary oil and Shivalinga as a temple and apply it, becomes a subconscious dream. Go and pour oil in Shivalinga and forget it. But if you bring the superconscious component, then it's a spiritual message for you. Develop detachment and realize God, Atma Shiva. So any of our communication, any of our life has three dimensions: conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. If you don't understand, we can only take one meaning. But there are three meanings at any level. Now, superconscious meaning, superconsciousness is not special. It is there all the time. Our higher self is trying to guide us in all the times. It's not once in a while I'll come and detachment. No. In all our dreams, in all our activity, the higher self is trying to communicate something to us. But whether we are listening to that, we don't know. The message from the subconscious mind, message from the universe is coming to us every minute. The God is communicating to us. Are we listening? It is not that God will talk to only some special persons. The higher self is trying to connect and contact and give guidance to every single person. But the message comes through subconscious mind. Message comes through, it comes through filter, vasanas. So we'll interpret in a different way. The God, Ishvara, communicates to us in many ways. And all the time, not once in a while. But we don't listen to that, because we give only lot of our understanding based on our impressions. Our vasanas will corrupt the message given by Ishvara, universal consciousness. And it is not one time. Every time their message is mixed. Conscious, subconscious, superconscious, mixed in everything in light. But our interpretation will be based on our subconscious impressions. That's where the problem message gets corrupted. So there is a game we used to play as children. That's called telephone game. Have you remember the telephone game? Children will stand in a queue. The first person will whisper in second person's ear. Second person will whisper in third person's ear. And finally, the last person has to tell what was the message, intent message. So initially, the message is Ili Bantu. That means rat has come. The cat. Finally, the message gets corrupted. Huli Bantu. Tiger has come. Run. So the message gets corrupted from ear to mouth, mouth to ear. Similarly, the superconscious message gets corrupted without subconscious impressions, vasanas. Finally, when it comes to conscious mind, something else will happen. So everything, there's a superconscious component. So when you get a dream, in your dream, Guru or your Ishta Devata or enlightened being comes, then it's a superconscious part coming evidently and clearly. That means superconsciousness is coming in the form of God, Guru, Ishvara or light and giving some message. But how you interpret the message, how you understand the message is there based on the vasana. If you interpret the message in the original intent as the message is given, then there's a deeper transformation happens. So these are called superconscious visions. It can happen in meditation. It can happen in our dreams. If we take it, apply it in our life, there's a transformation happens in this. Guru comes and shouts at you, then there's a message for you. If you understand the message, there will transformation happen. But what happened? Our subconscious impression come. Oh, the fear will come. Guru is shouting at me. What message is coming? Or God is angry with me. So our response, subconscious response is always typically anger, fear, jealousy, hatred, kama, krodha, mada, matsara, moha, lobha. Superconscious message gets corrupted by the subconscious impressions of kama, krodha, mada, matsara, moha, lobha. Get distorted. Or we'll interpret superconscious message in terms of conscious subconscious mind. Oh, there's oil has to be applied to Shivalinga. So every day or 1 week, I'll go and apply oil to Shivalinga. The message is very different. Interpretation is different. So to have a clear interpretation, our vasanas and impressions have to go down, reduce. That's where visions, there are many people, great enlightened beings, they have a vision of God. And that they understand the message very clearly because vasanas are less. They apply it in life. Intuition should be sharpened. Now don't be under the impression that superconscious message only comes from dream. The universe is nothing but God, Ishvara, Vishwam Vishnu Vashatkaro. Universe is nothing but Ishvara, Vishnu appearing in the form of universe. Do you get message from the universe? Every time. Every day you get the message. Every minute you will get the message. But how you interpret based on your vasana. So some trouble comes in your life. Oh, I got a trouble. You don't understand anything coming to you from the universe is not a trouble. Is it a wake-up call? It's an alarm bell to wake up. Wake up from Maya. We treat it as a, my God, you are creating trouble to me. You are giving a kick to me. So your prayer is to remove the kick, not understanding the message. Understand the message is waking up. Typically what we do, when you go to sleep, you'll put an alarm clock. Alarm clocks, tring, tring, tring. Then we'll shut the alarm and again go to sleep. Snore. Every message from the universe is like alarm, wake up call, a happiness, a sorrow, a joy. Whatever situation comes in our life is a message. We have to accept it with gratefulness. Understand the message. Then every minute, our life is a transformation. But we interpret the message in our vasanas, fear, anger, jealousy, hatred. Okay, let us say some trouble comes in our life. Then anything which comes to our life is from the universe only. Universe is Ishvara only. So what do you say? Oh, that person caused me trouble. This person caused me trouble. Nobody can cause you trouble. The trouble is a message. So message is your karma is coming to you. But we don't understand what is the message for me. We don't accept what is the situation. We try to blame the person. It is like blaming the messenger. It's like a postman delivers us a letter. A bad message is there that. Then we start blaming the postman. Why did you deliver this message? It's wrong. Postman is just a messenger. Some trouble comes to you. The person is just a messenger. What comes to you is your karma is coming back to you. Instead of understanding the message, we try to kill the messenger, blame the messenger. We start finding fault with everybody. If I understand the message, my life will be beautiful. Universe communicates to you every minute. Are you listening? For listening, your vasanas have to come down. You have to live in a state of surrender. You have to live in a state of gratefulness. Then every message is a message from God. The sunrise is a message from God. The wind blowing is a message from God. The bird singing is a message from God. Having a trouble in life is a message from God. And you'll be grateful. Your life should be filled with gratefulness. Is our life full with gratefulness or regret? Is our life full with love or suffering? So super conscious message is there all the time. Our conscious mind, super conscious mind, subconscious mind, they are working all the time. Are you listening? The question is for you. Have I covered it? Is it clear to all? Anybody has a question? Shravan, Vani, any questions? Gayatri?
No, Prabhuji.
Was it
Very clear, Prabhuji. No questions.
So God doesn't communicate very specially to some special beings. God communicates to all. Our universal consciousness communicates to all. Subconscious mind, conscious mind, and superconscious mind are working together all the time. But evolved beings, they understand the message clearly. That's all is the difference.
So that is what the Avadhuta Gita is about, Prabhuji.
How does the Gita is about? Okay.
You are completely receptive to all the messages, sir.
Yeah.
Super conscious mind.
Yeah. Yes, Shravan, clear? Purnima?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Okay. So,
Prabhuji, Hari Om Prabhuji. Prabhuji, a very logical question. Sri Krishna says, some people are dear to me, those who are bhaktas, and then finally Jnani is the dearest.
Right.
So, but Ishvara is communicating through everything in the universe.
Correct.
So, how do we distinguish this statement from personal interest of Ishvara?
No, Ishvara has no personal interest. Okay. Ishvara has nothing. Ishvara doesn't like a mother has 5 children. Okay. So you cannot say mother discriminates between the 5. Mother has equal love for all, but different treatment for them. Ishvara has equal love for all, but different treatment for different level of evolution.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Understand? Love is same. Treatment is different. Now Ishvara says, there are 4 types of bhakta, devotees. Artho, Jidnasu, Artharthi, Dnanicha, Bhartarchava. Artha means somebody is in suffering. He calls out for God. Okay, he is one type of bhakta. That one type of devotee is called what you call Sankata Bandhaya Venkatam. He'll remember God only when there is a trouble. Right? So now God will address him also. Some solution will come. Then Jidna Ato, Jidnasu, Arthati. Some second type of bhakta is Artharthi. Somebody is looking for money. He will also pray to God. Okay. So that also will be fulfilled in some way. Jidnasu means somebody is seeking God. So God will answer Jidnasu also. How? A guru comes into his life. Artharthi, Gnani, out of the Gnani is dearest to me, because Gnani has understood God as his own self. So now, God communicates to all. Artha, Jidnasu, Artharthi, Gnani. All of them he will communicate equally. But they understand in different way. Because of their level of evolution. Right? Are you understanding what I'm saying? So,
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Gnani has much more clear understanding of message of God in whatever way. That's why Gnani is closest to God. Not because God is coming close to him, because Gnani understands the message of God very, very clearly, interprets very clearly. Whereas Artho, Jidnasu, Artharthi, they will interpret their own vasanas.
Oh, okay, Prabhuji. Krishna's statement is Jnani is dearest to me, not Krishna is dearest to Jnani.
No, it's not the other way.
Not the other way. Now I understand that.
Because now Gnani has understood the mind of God much more clearly.
Clearly, yes. So,
His mind is not corrupted, is not corrupting the message of God.
okay. So
Right?
it's not Krishna who is closer to the people, but the evolutionary level of individuals who is closer to Krishna, Bhagavan.
Gnani has become closer to Krishna because he has
This is
understood
wonderful.
his God closer to God. That's why he is there.
Wonderful, Prabhuji.
Are we clear? So that's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18.68 and 69, I think. So Sri Krishna says, one who understands the message of Bhagavad Gita and teaches the message of Bhagavad Gita to others is dearest to me. Okay. Now that the God is universal, right? He is equal to all. But one who understands the message of God, Bhagavad Gita, has understood the mind of God, Dharma, Jnana. He has come closer to God. And he teaches to somebody else. That means his communication has become much more clearer. His understanding has become clearer. That's why he has become clearer to God. It's not that God has become closer to him. It's the other way.
Yes, Prabhuji. Very nice. Thank you.
All right.
Yes,
So I'll tell you one
wonderful.
small story to make it more clear. There was a father in the church. Okay. Father has a strong belief that God will save him. He is a savior. He prays to God. You are a savior. Please come. Okay. Always he prays to God and he believes that God comes to him. One day, there's a flood, there's a heavy rain, and flood is there in the town. The church is getting flooded. So father stands on the roof of the church and prays to God. Oh Lord, please come and save me. You are the savior. Then somebody is in the boat. There's a going in the boat. He comes and says, Father, why don't you come? No, God will come and save me. I'm waiting for God. So God is coming from heaven with a light or something like that. I'm praying to God. Then another person throws a rope at father. Please catch the rope and come. The father says, God will save me. So then the flood rises and the father dies. Then he goes to meet his creator. I have been so devoting my life. I prayed to you. Why didn't you save me when I was standing on top of the church and praying for you? The God said, I came to you through boatsmen. I came to you and to give a rope. You didn't take it. The message from God comes in many ways, but we don't take it now. And to take the message from God, we have to have our purity. Artho Jidnasu Artharthi. Out of that Artha or Jidnasu Artharthi, the message of God gets corrupted. Gnani, the message is not corrupted. That's why Gnani is closer to God. Not because God has come closer to Gnani. Other way.
Yes, Prabhuji. Very clear.
Anybody has any questions? So there is a question on, I think, what is that? What is the question? How to discriminate between subconscious mind message and superconscious message in dream? Okay. So now the question is how to cover, the question is how to, okay, now not only dream. So the question is how to discriminate what is subconscious or superconscious. So how to discriminate anytime? Discrimination requires a sharper intellect, right? A sharp intellect is only able to discriminate between subconscious, superconscious messages. The sharper intellect, how does it develop? Through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. And being in the company of Satsanga. So what is the way to discriminate? Satsangatve, Nisangatvam, Nisangatve, Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve, Nischalatatvam. Satsanga is required. Satsanga means the contemplation, constant contemplation of truth. A enlightened being, being in the presence of enlightened being is satsanga. Then what happens? The way he talks, the way he behaves, the way he understands starts influencing your discrimination. His life becomes your teaching. Or satsanga also means a group of seekers. Group of seekers, they're not still realized, but their understanding is better than other group. Then satsanga also means to be in your own company, to realize the self in you. Nisanga, then you become Nisanga. Nisanga means detached. Detached from what? Detached from your own subconscious impressions, wrong understanding of life. Nisangatve, Nirmohatvam, then attachment goes. Nirmohatve, Nischayatatam, then Atmadnana comes. So discrimination has to be sharpened. Is there a way to sharpen discrimination? The only way is satsanga. I will tell you another way. Somebody is a wants to learn music. To learn music, he has to go to a good music teacher and learn from him. If we don't learn from an evolved being, learn from evolved spiritual teachings, our intellect will be gross. So a subtle intellect is able to sharpen based on the teachings of an enlightened master or satsanga. Is the answer clear? Gayatri? Okay. So anybody else any questions?